where the Knicks are, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them, Greg. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Great one out there at Bledsoe. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. And for New York, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Monte Morris is out there with Josh Richardson. Of course, the postseason is ahead. The playoffs now coming to within view, and some things already beginning to take shape.
Well, I think we get a sense, Kevin, of which teams are legitimate, which teams have a real opportunity to advance deep into the playoffs, and maybe that select group that might be championship material. I know seedings aren't yet quite solidified, but boy, do you have a sense of who might be taking home that Larry O'Brien trophy.
So true. They get it back. Drummond finds Antetokounmpo, and he gets the bucket. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Good on the bucket. The Bucks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And the dunk by Giannis.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Morris passes to Randall. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Pass to the great one. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, just an easy hoop, all set up by the passing instincts of Eric Bledsoe.
Richardson dishes to Morris. Back to Richardson. Just 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. The shot off that time, and Milwaukee will come the other way. Last time they met was in Milwaukee.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
I think there was no question they brought a level of physicality along with a tremendous work ethic, and it was why they were successful.
Morris looking over the floor. Takes the 3. Richardson, no luck.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game. That's good from Antetokounmpo.
Well, hard to find a team more iconic in the NBA than the New York Knicks. They are a premier brand.
Greg, this is absolutely true. This is an organization that has played a few games in London that have helped them, and it hasn't seemed to matter that the team has struggled for an extended period of time. They remain a major media presence in a major market. The NBA is better when the New York Knicks are a factor.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
On offense, here are the Bucks. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. Bledsoe finds Giannis. Here's the great one. Poked away. They shoot again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Julius Randle picks one up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Milwaukee shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And they can't make a second free throw either. Missing both. Knicks trail by 6. On the wing, Morris. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. the Knicks now. Morris passes to Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it fly.
And how about the interior defense here early on? They have really shut down the middle.
We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey. What's the news, David?
Well, Kevin, he said, frankly, their focus is getting stops. They know this team has a lot of offensive firepower. They can beat you in a number of ways, and they can score in a hurry. So the challenge is seeing if the defense can hold up all game long. Guys?
DA, thanks for that update, guys. What can they do to prevent a barrage of points to start this game?
I think one thing they have to do is stay connected to shooters. Obviously, though, easier said than done.
Right, you don't want to give up easy looks, especially at the rim and from the three-point line.
To the middle. Here's the great one. It's rebounded by New York.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Hollis Trieri, defended by Middleton. Back to Randall. Dishes it to Morris. To the inside. And Randall throws it down.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Here's Giannis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Julius Randle picks one up. The Bucks have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line. The first one falls. Knox, he's checked in for the Knicks. He doesn't get the second one. Well, you look at the length of Knox, Doris, his arm span, his frame. He can be a handful.
No doubt. Kevin Knox is able, because of that frame you talked about, to shrug off contact and muscle through most players. His reach allows him to be disruptive on the defensive end. So in terms of the physical metrics, you love what this guy brings to the table.
DJ Wilson, he's checked in for the Bucks.
So Kevin Knox, the 9th pick back in the 2018 draft. What an outstanding year he had at Kentucky before deciding to come to the NBA. This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy.
The pass to the great one. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
And Morris has got the ball here for New York. Trailing by 4. Richardson with it. Now guarded by Bledsoe. Floats one up. Richardson, no luck.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
The offensive rebound. Robinson with the block. Now, here is Morris. He's still scoreless so far in this one. It's Richardson on the wing. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, and that one, unbelievable shooting display, especially from long range. That turned out to be the difference.
Well, and I think what that was a product of was their movement off the basketball. Just tremendous work on the perimeter.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for New York. And Milwaukee also making a switch. DiVincenzo's checked in.
Well, tremendous defensive effort on the interior. That's the kind of contest you want.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Robinson throws it down hard.
And that's about maximum range for an alley-oop, guys. It's got to be.
That's just crazy. Absolutely nuts. Middleton outside. Drummond passes to the Great One, and he makes good on the layup. The Great One's got 8.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Pass to Knox. Five on the clock. 18 feet out. Offensive rebound.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt. Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Knicks trail by 4. Richardson outside. And the shot is long.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Here's DiVincenzo, covered by Van Vliet, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. A different look for Milwaukee. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Antetokounmpo passes to the great one. Back to Antetokounmpo. Fader on the way. It's hauled in by Richardson.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Great one out there at Bledsoe. And it's Drummond in at the 5. The Knicks have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Of course, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business. As a player, coach, now broadcaster, who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there. LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA, or Damian Lillard, who has proven so loyal to his fan base and organization and is one bad man when a game is on the line in the playoffs.
Inside, and the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Randall.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Bledsoe outside. To the middle. Here's the great one. The Knicks pull it in. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And what an outstanding win it was. I mean, to get it the way they did in overtime made it that much sweeter.
You know, they came in as the underdog here. Very low expectations, could play without pressure, and clearly that worked.
Both free throws good from Randall.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line. Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Richardson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Randall controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Down low. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Bucks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Both free throws good from the great one.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. And he has been on another level this past month, getting Eastern Conference Player of the Month, the great one.
Well, it's not often you see someone be this impactful on the defensive end, but that's what makes him special. I mean, he's been doing all the little things that don't necessarily show up in the box score, but you can bet his coach and teammates know that he's been carrying the team with his D.
Morris passes to Knox. Yes, that goes in. Here's Giannis. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Denver.
And don't make a mistake, the 3 blocks had a huge impact on the game as well. It really turned the game in their favor.
Passes it to the great one. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Bledsoe for 3.
got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The great one in that last game against the Nuggets played really well. He scored 40 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Milwaukee's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. It's good. Bledsoe's got his first points in this one.
What incredible upper body strength. Bledsoe able to finish through punishing blows.
At the top of the key, Knox. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Normally, he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
New York calls timeout. Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
And so it's New York with it. Pass to Giannis. Here's the great one. Middleton outside. To the paint. Shot clock at 5. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Randall against Drummond. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And here's a look at some numbers for Giannis.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Randall kicks to Richardson. Morris outside. Now the pass to Knox. Randall against Giannis. Randall no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Now Bledsoe, looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Over Morris. No good from Bledsoe. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
This is his first free throw of the game. No good on that one. A different look for New York. Robinson's checked in for Kevin Knox. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Morris. Isaiah Thomas, he's checked in for the Bucks. And so VanVleet will bring it up for the New York Knicks. 4-point game. Randall left side. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Passes it to the great one. Stolen in by Van Vliet. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Thomas kicks to Middleton. Pass to the Great One. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. The Great One's got 14 points. Knicks trail by 4. Van Vliet passes to Randall. Kicks it out to Richardson. And a miss there on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's guarded by Thomas. Richardson, good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The pass to the Great One. Robinson with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. And the Bucks with some changes. Five seconds left in the first half. And so it's Milwaukee in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And here is Morris. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And New York, looking at who they've got. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Monte Morris is out there with Richardson.
Not everyone has the green light to take that three in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Morris outside. Here's Randall. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Bledsoe.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people who were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment.
Wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. And Randall throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
The Bucks have gone 7 of 11 from the line. That free throw good from the Great One. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Morris against Bledsoe. Now here's Richardson. Defense is right there. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
It's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greggy's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
Randall outside. Back to Richardson. Pass to Randall. 5 to shoot. Now here's Richardson. A 3 from Morris. They get it again. Robinson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Andre Drummond picks one up. The Knicks have been shooting right around 75% at the line. 9 of 12 so far. Robinson hits them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
To the middle. Here's the great one. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. The great one's got 8 points here in this quarter. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for New York. They trail by 11. Randall against Giannis. A floater, and it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Knicks have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Richardson. Some solid defense from the great one. Bucks leading by 11. Here's Giannis. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. New York called for the foul. The Bucks have had 12 attempts at the line, making 8 so far. That one is off.
And he looks totally out of sorts here at the stripe. Those defenders aren't afraid at all to body him up and force him to earn his points at the line.
New York shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Morris outside. Tipped away. Lots of room. That's good on the jump shot. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. Lobbed up there for Drummond. And now the Knicks on the break. Richardson's running. On the wing, Morris. Here's Randall. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Here's a look now what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Wednesday, they'll tip it off. A road trip beginning in Oklahoma City where they'll take on the Thunder. The Knicks making a switch here. Knox is checked in, and he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And the foul called on the great one. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Holmes with the steal. And here we go. And that one, good. Holmes got 7 points.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive. And that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. Bucks leading by 15. Pass to the great one. And Drummond kicks to Middleton. Pass to Holmes. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 4 assists in the game.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Morris passes to Randall. Now, here is Morris. Guarded by Holmes. Yep, that one goes. He's got 16.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Right wing. Here's the great one. Richardson cover. Len, good. Len's got his second bucket.
Now, Kev, the broad shoulders of Alex Len carrying more of the load inside.
The pass to Randall. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Alex Len picks one up. That free throw good from Randall. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Morris. Wilson, he's checked in for the Bucks. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Chris Middleton. Bucks leading by 15. Here's the great one. He's got 25. Down low. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's DiVincenzo. Clock at 6. Takes the 13-footer, and he makes that one. DiVincenzo's got 8 points.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
VanVleet passes to Randall. Here's Knox. And to get open is Robinson. Rejected by Len.
Kev, you see the agility of Alex Len in good position for the spot.
Isaiah Thomas is checked in. That free throw good from Isaiah Thomas.
There's two things you always hear about Isaiah Thomas. He's about heart and he's about desire. And there's a willingness to put a team on his shoulders when necessary.
VanVleet passes to Knox. On the wing, Jackson. Pass to VanVleet. Launches it. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. VanVleet's got his third basket of the night. And here's Thomas, who brings it up for the Bucks. They led by as many as 18 points. It's deflected.
This is the effort they need from Kevin Knox on the defensive end. What a block.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred VanVleet's not the biggest, but his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
The Bucks making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
You're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
VanVleet passes to Temple. Kicks it to Jackson. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Up and in on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 22 points.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
VanVleet can't get it to go.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And his scoring numbers have been going in the right direction these past few years. He's gotten better and better at handling what those opposing defenses are throwing his way and finding ways to get his points all over the floor.
Teardrop shot, rebounded by the Bucks. Len's got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside, here's Giannis, and the dunk by Giannis.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Passes it to Temple. Back to VanVleet. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Pass to the great one. He kicks to Giannis. Takes the 13-footer. And it doesn't even draw iron. Here's VanVleet. Here's Temple. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Leading by 17. Now the feed to Thomas. Giannis inside. And he uses the glass on the layup. Giannis has got 7 points for the quarter.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Van Vliet with it. He's got 10. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. With 4 seconds on the clock, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Easy call.
And he makes the first. All free throws good from the great one. And so it's Milwaukee sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. Don't go. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Greg, he's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Bledsoe is out there with the great one. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 3, the small forward.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's guarded closely. Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you. And you don't need anything else.
That is so well said. And the pass to Richardson. Balistrieri covered by Giannis. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Balistrieri. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 6th assist on the night.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Back to Giannis. The Bucks working the ball around. Pass to Middleton. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe for 3. Kept alive. Another shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Free throw good. Giannis. Randall's checked in for the Knicks. Morris comes in for Fred Van Vliet. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Knicks trailed by 19. Randall kicks to Morris. Back to Randall. Fires for 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
When the defense totally lost track of him, he punishes them with a 3-pointer. That's a bad decision.
To the inside. Stolen by Robinson. For the 3. No good. Bucks leading by 16. Here's Giannis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Julius Randle picks one up. He's off on the first.
And the number of fouls he's drawn has resulted in a bunch of trips to the line. So even if he doesn't make them all, it still had a positive effect. And the charity stripe once again proving to be the Achilles heel for him. His free throws have been way off the mark.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. The great one, and the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Really getting after the defense since the break. He's so hard to keep off the line when he pushes the action.
That's good from the great one. Both free throws good from the great one. Just a little under 5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Morris outside, up top Randall. Back to Morris, passes to Randall. It's Richardson on the wing. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Richardson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Knicks trail by 16. Randall dishes to Morris. Over to the wing. Pass to Robinson. Out to Morris. Just 5 on the clock. For 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Offensive rebound. Here's the great one. Here's Antetokounmpo. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. For New York, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Inside. And Randall throws it down.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Bucks leading by 14. Here's the great one. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
That pass was about the location, puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
New York's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And there's the pass to Robinson. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
The drive by Giannis and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Robinson passes to Richardson. They grab their own miss.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And Drummond throws it down.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Pass to Randall. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Bucks leading by 18. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Giannis has got 12 points in just the second half.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Bucks on defense. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Morris against Bledsoe. Here's Randall. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Doris, here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive #1 pick, he's going #1 regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction.
Morris against Bledsoe. Morris passes to Richardson. Goes to the reverse layup and taps it in.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Shot's good from the Great One. The Great One's got 37.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
To the paint, here's Randall. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
No good on the second free throw. Pass to the Great One. And here is Antetokounmpo. Richardson covering. And Giannis gets it to go. Giannis has got 11 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one. Antetokounmpo. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Now here's Bledsoe. Middleton outside. Back to Bledsoe. Here's the Great One. And no good. The Knicks go the other way with it. Randall down low. Defended by Middleton. Great D that time from Middleton. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for Milwaukee. The Bucks working the ball around. The Great One passes to Drummond. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Temple. Rebound, Milwaukee. Pass to the Great One. He feeds it to Middleton. No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. New York's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. There's the pass to Robinson. Trieri defended by Middleton. And the Knicks miss again. Bucks leading by 23. Here's the Great One. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 6 assists in the game.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Got a piece of it. Randall passes to Van Vliet. Back to Randall. Drummond working against Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Richardson. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, Greg, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
That's good from Richardson. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Feeds to Len. Passes it to the great one. Now here's Len. He's covered closely to the middle. McHugh. Burke covering. Here's the great one. And another three for Milwaukee.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
The Knicks shooting here in the fourth quarter around 41%. Pass to Felicio. Richardson with it. Now guarded by the great one. And the call will be against Alex Len. That's his fourth foul of the contest. Burke looking over the floor. 17-foot shot on the way. Bucks shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. The great one, and he drops in the layup off the glass. The great one's got 45 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Burke with it. Now defended by the great one. Can they get it? And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Alex Len picks one up. And that one falls for Burke. The Bucks making a switch here. Wilson's checked in. Burke hits them both. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to the great one. Banked in off the glass. The great one's got 49 points in the game.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight, Greg. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Richardson right side. Lays it up off the glass. Richardson's got 13 points in the second half.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bucks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
No coverage that time.
I think you pay the consequences. If you leave Draymond Green's teammates open, he has a knack for getting the basketball where it needs to be.
McHugh, Burke covering. The pass to the great one. And here is Bjelica. 5 to shoot. McHugh. Felicio with a rebound. And here are the Knicks now. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Burke. Over Adams. And again, New York turns it over.
That almost looks like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were excited about Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge.